Checkmate, 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 checkmate. Testing, testing, 1, 2. So, really quick, I'm going to give you guys an update of my nursing journey as a LVN on a ortho neuro unit in an acute care setting. So far, I've been on my 5th day by myself, and not going to lie to you all, I've seen a lot and learned a lot, not only within my orientation space that I learned a lot, but being on by myself, I learned a lot in applying on top of that time management. Later on, once I figure out how I get my own groove of things, I'm definitely more likely to share with you all how I time manage my time, especially when random things just happen, because when you're in a healthcare setting, anything can happen to a patient, and your license is always on the line when you're trying to help somebody. So just think about it. One RN, great advice, she told me, you don't want to self-incriminate yourself. And when you always come to work, think about this. Do I want to go to jail? Do I want to go to jail today? Do I want to go to jail today? When she told me that just hit me. I'm like, dang. When I come to work, I got to prepare myself of, do I want to go to jail today? That sounds really stressful. Like, fun fact, by the way, if y'all are continuing watching this video so far, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And definitely, I can say, comment. I would like to know what you all like to talk about or what you like to hear from me. I'm more than willing to make a video or any other reaction video of what you have to say. Even if you dislike it, I'm willing to react to it. After all, back to what I was saying, especially the different types of surgeries that individuals have. I seen a trapeze bar for the first time, because usually when I do see a trapeze bar is on ATI. Yeah, definitely seen it in nursing school in a book. So it was cool to see that in person. And nevertheless, definitely learning how to delegate. Very important. Overall, I can say I'm adaptable. And I say that because not only because I have 2 degrees. By golly, no one cares. No one cares how many degrees you have, your background history, and all the knowledge that you have about it. No one really cares. What people really care is if you can get the job done, especially if you work at a employer or a corporation. They want to know, can you get the job done? Secondly, if you work by yourself, eventually you still got to work for other entities that technically are paying you, so they're technically your boss. What does that mean? Can you get the job done? Can you get the job done? And I can say, as a millennial, I can get the job done. But millennials are known to get the job done. We are adaptable. We know what it's like to experience pain. We know what it's like to get out of a rut. We know what it's like to experience joy. We know what it's like to be blessed in many, many different ways. Going through 2 different economic crises, 2 extremely annoying government shutdowns, and on top of that, what we experienced when we were younger, watching the Twin Towers fall down. There's a whole plethora of things that, as millennials, we're very adaptable. And I can definitely say, as being a nurse and a former journalist, thinking about getting back into the industry because nursing is not the all see all that I thought it would be. Yes, I'm only on my 6th day by myself after orientation as a new grad LVN. But I can definitely say, man, not only that I made it through the trenches, but if I wanted to switch it to something else that's sustainable or that I believe is sustainable, I can do it. I can do it because as a millennial, I'm adaptable. And also I say this because you guys may know I am taking chemistry to honor my prereqs and to get into a RN program in the future. And during the time of my class, one of my groups, we had to work on an assignment where we're trying to understand what it's like naming different ionic compounds. Ooh, I just learned something, huh? It sounds like I learned something in class. This ionic compounds. Overall, we're just practicing on that. The professor gave us a packet and a stack of cards in order to be well rounded when it comes to the subject that we were learning at hand in class or lecture. And I was telling my group, I was like, the class is so quiet, huh? And they was like, yeah. I was like, okay. Well, the only way to learn is to talk. That's the point of class. Like, you learn from each other. So in this group, I was trying to give them like hints, like, hey, in this group, I don't know everything. Yes, I was pointing out what was taught to us and rephrasing it in a way to break it down to my peers within my group, but it still wasn't clicking. So I was like, look, I don't know everything. So if you know a particular way that works for you, let everyone else know so I can learn from you. You can learn from me. We can learn from each other. So by the time it comes to the test, we all going to pass the test because we learned each different types of learning methods and we can figure out what helps us along the way. They still didn't understand that.
What?
Then, I was like, let me switch it up. It is chemistry class. It could be a little bit boring and tedious. And, we're just doing this assignment together. So let me just switch it up. So I was like, okay. My gosh, I just want some food. I am craving oxtails, mac and cheese, cornbread. Sounds good, right? And then the little girl was like, yeah, I really like my mom's tortillas. She said it in an accent like tortillas, and I was like, oh, that's great. I'm just another girl. She was definitely agreeing like, oh yeah, Mexican food. I just love pozole, especially this time of the season. And I was just like, I'm tired of Mexican food, you guys. It's not all that.
Oh my god.
And their faces just dropped, and everything that I was talking about different foods. Like, there's Jamaican food that's really, really good. There's Dominican food. I had to put some Latino food that's just not Mexican food. I had to mention that because I'm like, there's other dishes that's way better. None I mentioned pupusas. So I'm like, okay, let me just sit in the Latin dish, try to be, understanding. No. The whole time I was talking, they thought, you guys, they thought I did not like Mexican food. It was horrible and gross. That's all they thought. And then I had to explain to them, like, no, I did not say that. I said, I'm tired of it. Mexican food is good, but I'm tired of it. So the new generation, they are known to tune you out when they don't want to hear anything that you have to say. And they're known to try to figure things out on their own based off what ChatGPT says. And then when push hit the sub, when times really, really are hard, they still don't ask for help. It's just so weird. I'm like in class raising my hand and saying, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what? I don't know what you're saying. Can you say that again? Huh? So I find it as a millennial, especially a millennial that's back in school again. I'm considering taking a break because my mental health and financial health needs to be on a different page. I'll obtain the RN someday later. As adaptable that we are, it is crazy that how much we let things slide. We got to be more vocal, especially when the new generation is going to be the next rising leaders. We need to show them the ropes and little things as being effective in communication. You don't have to be talkative, because I'm introverted as it always be, but I know I had to push myself when I'm in public spaces so I can understand what someone else is trying to communicate with me. So yeah, we can get the job done. As something simple as communication in a chemistry class. Oh, Gen Z, Gen X, whatever your generation is, you guys are cooked. Overall, if y'all have any questions of anything in regards of becoming a new grad LVN in the ortho neurosurgical unit, definitely comment below. And what are your thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts in regards of millennials being adaptable and the new generation being cooked, or all generations being cooked because of where we are in the world? Let me know, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm tired of talking to my Sharpie. Looks kind of odd, but I'm trying to be trendy. Thanks. Bye.